Hey, what's going on, guys? So this is going to be kind of a personal video, and it's not for everybody. You know, if you're here just for web dev tutorials and so on, just go ahead and watch the next video. But I know that a lot of you guys do like the real videos where we talk about, you know, real life stuff. And I've been going through some stuff, and I know some of you are interested in just genuinely interested in my life and what goes on. So I just want to talk a little bit about some things that can hold you back from pursuing your career, which I'm guessing is some kind of programming, web development, things that happen in life to all of us and that are happening to me. One of those things is health issues, and nothing severe. I'm not like, this is nothing detrimental. I don't have cancer or anything, but you know, I have some health issues. One of them I don't really want to talk about. I don't feel comfortable talking about it. But some of the other things I deal with are like vertigo, severe vertigo, and dizziness. I've had this inner ear issue for years, and doctors can't really pinpoint it. Some days are okay. Some days I feel like I can barely walk. So it really fluctuates, and it can really affect my energy level, my ambition for work, for content creation, for programming, stuff like that. I also have some lipomas in my back, which are just like, they're little tumors, but they're harmless. They're not cancerous or anything, but they rub up against my spine and it causes some pain. So I can't sit for a long time. I can't stand for a long time. I have to keep switching. So, you know, I deal with that stuff, and I know that a lot of people deal with stuff like that. Back pain is something that's very, very common, and I'm sure a lot of you guys deal with it, especially if you're programmers and you sit all day. It can be, you know, it can turn your back into crap. So it's something that I think is relevant to this channel that can maybe help some people out, because you have to keep pushing regardless of these issues. You know, you want to go to doctors, get this stuff taken care of if you can. Unfortunately, I have some things that doctors just can't figure out, so you just have to deal with it and try not to focus on it. But you know, some other things that I've been dealing with are just personal stuff. You know, and I've also dealt with depression and anxiety, which I've mentioned in the past. And depression is weird because it can kind of not go away, but kind of lie dormant for a little while. At least for me, it did for years, and now it's starting to rear its head a little bit and kind of affect my energy and motivation and stuff like that. And I'm not saying I'm like completely burnt out or anything, but it has affected my energy level and you know, my motivation. I used to want to just get right up and go code and excited for what I'm going to do, and that's, I still do have days like that, but some days I don't feel like it, you know, which is normal. I mean, we're all gonna go through that stuff. We're not robots. But yeah, some personal stuff. A lot of you guys know I have a son with autism and a severe chromosome disorder, and that's a huge source of stress in my life. And I hate saying that. Like, it sounds like I'm saying my son is a source of stress, because it's not him. It's not his fault, obviously. It's the worry about him that is the stress. He is awesome, and he is a source of joy in not just my life, but pretty much anybody he meets. You meet the kid and you smile in 5 seconds. He's a great kid. But the worry about, will he get married? Will he have a normal life? Will he be able to live on his own? Because right now he can't. He's 8 years old. He can't talk. He's in diapers. He is very, very small. You'd probably think he was like 5, but he's 8. So this stuff is really stressful, you know, and anybody that has a child with special needs, I feel for you. And only another parent with a child with special needs can understand that pain and that worry. You can't explain it to anybody, even if they have kids. But yeah, so that's, you know, that's a source of stress in my life, and everyone has different things they go through. So I'm not saying that mine's any worse than anyone else's. And then, you know, relationships. I've been with my wife. I mean, I call her my wife. You guys have heard me say my wife, but we're not actually legally married. We've just been together for 12 years. We have 2 kids. We've been through hell and back together. So calling her my girlfriend just doesn't really sound right. But anyways, you know, we've had our tough times, And I'm not going to get into specifics, obviously, that would be weird. But I'm sure a lot of you are in relationships and you've had your ups and downs. And, she is an incredible person, probably just the best person I've ever met. But when you live with someone for 12 years or longer or shorter, you just wear on each other. Your personalities clash, and you grow apart in certain areas, and it's not the same as when it started. And you have to keep an eye on it. If you're in a new relationship now, just work on it, continuously work on it, and don't let it fall to the wayside, and let your work take over, which is kind of what I did. And I shouldn't be giving relationship advice. I'm not the person to do that. You can ask my wife. But, just to kind of give you a little bit of my experience and what I've learned and my mistakes, which I still make every day. And just to let you know that you guys watch content creators like myself, and all you see is what we show you. And unless it's a video like this, it's usually just the good. So when you watch, even I'm sure that some people have watched me and have been like, look at this guy, he's so smart and successful and has all this crap in his office and is rich, which is not true at all, but a lot of people think that. Is so goddamn good looking. But we just show you what we want, and just keep that in mind. Even these family vloggers that you watch, and they're all giddy and happy and welcome to our home, and their house is all pink and shit. And I've heard a lot of stories of these families where at like vlogger fairs and stuff, as soon as that camera shuts off, the act is done, and they're fighting, they're miserable. So you only see what people show you. Not even just on YouTube and content creators, but your friends on social media. They only show you the best. If they get a new car, if they go on vacation, that's what they share. You don't see the miserable shit that everyone goes through. So if you're feeling down and stuff and you're watching YouTube, just know that everyone goes through the same stuff. You see these Hollywood stars that seem, they're filthy rich. They seem like they're so happy, and they end up committing suicide, and it's insane. Like Robin Williams, that was a huge shock. And it's crazy. Everything is not what it seems, and I don't know how I got on this topic, but it just kind of I think it's all relevant. So. I just wanted to kind of identify with anyone that's going through hard times, so they can see someone that maybe they watch every day or watch sometimes that is going through some tough shit as well. And then I also wanted to just thank you guys. Thank you for being a subscriber. We're almost at 400,000. So 853 subscribers, and that is insane to me. That's incredible. When I started this channel, I did it just to maybe get a few extra clients for my business at the time, but it ended up being just my purpose. Really, this is not my job. This is, I feel, my purpose, and that comes from the comments and the just the praise from people that I've gotten, that have told me that I've changed their lives, that I've gotten them jobs. I've been told that I brought people out of poverty, which is just worth so much more than any type of ad revenue or course sales or anything like that. I recently got a job offer from Google about a month and a half ago, and I denied it because that's not what I want to do. I want to do this. I want to help people get jobs at Google. And I love doing it, and I won't stop doing it. I have an obligation to this channel. Even if AdSense went down the toilet and I got nothing for doing this, it'd still be a main focus of my life, because I just feel like the people that I've helped, they're worth it to me to continue to do this and to be able to help more people. But I think that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna kind of cut this off because I've probably tried to do this video about 25 times and just screwed it up. So I think that this is a good place to stop. But again, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for even if you don't hit the like button or comment or you know, become a Patreon or whatever. If you watch my videos and you genuinely like them and you watch more, that means a lot to me, because you could be doing so many other things. But thank you again, and I will see you in the next video, which will be nothing like this. Excuse me, sir. That is my chair. What are you doing in it? What are you doing in my chair? Get up. Get out of my chair. That's not yours. That's not yours. It's too big. This is not your studio or your channel yet. Maybe someday. Huh? You want to learn to code? Yeah? What language do you want to learn? JavaScript? Huh? Are you more of a Python data science type of guy? What do you want to learn, bud? It's like, screw this, I don't want to program. What do you think you're doing? What are you doing? That is my chair. That is, hey, that's my chair. You want to be tickled, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? Get out of my chair. This is not your studio or your channel. Get up. Get up. Come on, maybe someday, but not yet. Let's see how big the chair is. It doesn't fit you yet. Come on, up. Up, up. Get up. Get up. You little punk.